Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to VALORANT News' massive crypto throwing update over the last 24 hours or so, as ShahZaM exposes one live on stream, which I'll see here in a second, but also Tarek giving a potential solution to this problem. But will the pros actually try and implement it? Very much enjoy your thoughts down below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, today is finally the day the season is effectively beginning. Tier 2 happens today, it's the start. January the 9th is the start of the qualifiers. It runs from today through to the 13th. Today basically is the open section. Everyone can compete in it. It's going to be a massive gauntlet bracket, single elimination as well. Once you get down to top 32, then it becomes double elimination, and the top 4 from that bracket by the 13th of January will qualify to join these guys. So these are the 6 teams that have had the automatic invitation. There are 6 more teams that will get through. There are certain teams that are favourites, of course. I would say, Oxygen's team, Dark Ratio as well are considered up there. You've got to probably look at Stewie2K's team as well with Wardell and co. They should be in consideration. But yeah, so you guys can see it's today, 6 PM Eastern, so obviously quite late in the rest of the world that's not the US, but perfectly sensible given it's a North American tournament. But yeah, that is officially beginning today, so the season really is getting underway. Just a quick note as well on the on that Dark Ratio team with Will and co. is that they haven't necessarily been having the best time so far. It seems like they were playing G2 yesterday and getting kind of world stars. Like, I mean, here they were losing 18-2 to G2 and then 7-0 going forwards. So, yeah, potentially they were down 25-2 in round counts here in a couple of games between this Dark Ratio team and G2. So maybe a sign that they're not actually that good, this Dark Ratio team, or G2 are just absolutely unreal, which is also possible. So, it kind of makes sense that even some of these tier 2 teams will practice each other because, they've got to warm up for actually trying to get into challenges. And I'm sure G2 feel like they're not going to give too much away by playing these guys, given I'm sure they'd be confident in playing them and beating them if they were to qualify regardless of all challenges, as they still may well do. Another team that should be at least in consideration, hopefully at least, is DSG, which is Disguised Toast team, as is officially confirmed last night. Steel, Exalt, XSIF, Gangster and Clear, of course, with Ocean as their coach. They'll be playing in the VCT qualifiers, the open qualifiers beginning today. Kind of hilarious, right? The graphics they draw for these guys here. Didn't have time to get an announcement video made, so I drew this pic in MS Page from my hotel room. So, kind of beautiful stuff. And the hilarious thing was they actually took these images and put them straight onto the VLR page. So here we go. The Steel one to me is especially funny. But yeah, here we go, the 5-man team. I did say it's a bit of a risk, right, of course, signing this team just because they play over the coming days by the 20th or 21st or 22nd, whatever the date is, where the second last chance open qualifier concludes, which is in, not too much over a week and a half. This team's season could effectively be over. So obviously it's a bit of a risk, but still, if these guys do qualify, hopefully they do, and I'm definitely going to be supporting their progress over the coming days. They begin today, so good stuff from Toast and all involved. Hopefully it works out for them. Quick note as well from Wild, this is Usain Bolt's organisation. They've also signed a new team with Foxy and co, so just wanted to mention that for you guys if you are interested as well. And also this from FPX, big update really on confirming that with China Valorant now being a thing. They had this FPX, I have no idea how this meant to be pronounced, but Zhuquei, right, team that they had as well, and obviously their last iteration of the FPX team didn't work out because, well, they didn't get to go through to the Partnership League, so they have this other FPX Chinese team that just defeated Edward Gaming, the big known Chinese team, 3-1 in a recent grand finals of a tournament. I think it was actually on Christmas Day they won that tournament, so that was pretty impressive, just showing that they're taking it serious, and they're rebranding their Chinese team just to straight up FPX, and that is now going to be the team that represents them going forwards. Makes a lot of sense, but yeah, nonetheless, that Chinese region and FPX are combining and looking to make waves going forward. There have also been some rumours, right, that the possibility could be that they might get invited to the tournament in Sao Paulo, Brazil, but we'll see about that one as we go forwards. Just a quick note on a couple of teams as well. Thought this is kind of funny here from Chet. First week of practice in LA, we are getting absolutely rinsed in every practice. Not sure what we can do, but it seems like the Guard will qualify for franchising next year. So getting some revenge here because the teams love to say this about each other, they're all just getting destroyed in scrims, and therefore the other team's going to win it all. So trying to put a bit of a jinx on them here. But yeah, probably there's a decent chance that NRG are actually still rather good. And he might be telling the full and complete truth on that one. Let's talk crypto throwing then. If you guys are unfamiliar with the story, crypto throwing has really been becoming a massive deal in the Valorant world. The idea is Radiant accounts that play with pro players there's websites apparently where you can effectively bet on certain teams to win or lose. If you happen to be on one of those teams, you can therefore influence the result and therefore make a lot of money. Let's say you put $1,000 on your team is going to lose this game because your team are with Tarek in a particular game when you throw super hard and deliberately lose, all of a sudden you're $2,000 rich or $1,000 rich or whatever the return on that investment is. Not really much of an investment. Basically, you're just scamming everyone hard. Now, Tarek has proposed a solution to this, which is it's difficult, right? It's difficult to actually make this work because at the end of the day, if they were to form a Discord, right, or a group of the pros where they could play the games between each other, it's not going to ever work quite like a Face It works or anything where you can just, it's not matchmaking, right? You've got to have 10 pros ready to go or 10 players ready to go that you can, apply to join and get everyone ready to go. And, there's a lot of organization involved rather than just pressing play game and the game just begins for you in matchmaking like it does in regular ranked play in Valorant. So it's not ideal. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. Tarek's got some ideas to try and make it happen. I think it's a far from a guarantee the pros do this, but at the same time, Riot have got to figure something out with ranked right now, and if they don't, then the pros will have to take matters into their own hands, because last night, again, more crypto throws everywhere. ShahZaM live on stream last night exposes one. You can see the raise on his team goes 2-30 or 2-18 or something he was at the time. Clearly not giving it his all, I would say. And the other team was compliant, right? It went to overtime. And this is the thing, right? Because draws here are possible, right? If the teams decide not to extend. Clearly, Ray's wanted the team to lose, right? He probably had money on the team losing because he's playing with ShahZaM, and therefore the other team says, you know what, yeah, let's give them the draw to basically screw over this crypto throw, which I thought was kind of a nice thing to do, but in the long term, is it really going to be that effective?
Oh, man.
Hey, boys, they're going to give it to us. We just have to draw, you understand?
Match point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Dude, this Brim's trying so hard. Oh, damn!
Oh my god.
Holy.
Flip it,
Draw it out.
Switching sides.
Yo, Raze. Suck my Raze. Suck my Raze. Your money. I hope you step on Legos. Who is that, Raze? Let me get a name. Let me get a name real quick. Modelo Wireless. Guys, Shanks tweeted
This
about.
guy said he lost his house.
I love pressing the the prime.
Get banned on these accounts or something happens and they get exposed, they just recreate a new one and make a new alias, okay? We're going to be going through everything today with Missing. He has been on the inside of this for a minute now, and
bro, we just throw the inside man into the mix like that. Inside man's leaked, bro.
piece it all together. He is a account seller, correct?
Yeah.
So Missing sells accounts.
Oh.
He makes more money doing it than pro players get paid in salary.
What?
His methods are as simple as just getting an account on G2G or something like that and just win trading it or boosting it in a 5-stack all the way up to Radiant, where he makes hundreds of dollars. He unironically makes hundreds of dollars. And there's plenty of people like him, like Trusty Val, who unironically has Radiant account seller and booster in his title.
So this is the other issue, right, that was therefore raised by artists and others, that look, new crypto throwers making, or the crypto throwers making new accounts every couple of weeks. They're just coming back in different outfits because it's basically the same deal that they can pull off it every so often that, okay, maybe they get banned, right, which is possible. I think that some are getting banned. Some was like, hey, Riot, as he said in that tweet, right, hey, Riot, come into my stream, crypto thrower live, like, please ban this guy, right? And also, like, can you prove he was throwing, or is it just like he might have just been having a really bad game? I mean, it's tough to say. Probably he was throwing, but still, it's always difficult. But some of these guys will probably get banned. But nonetheless, what if they just make a new account? And there are some people kind of forming these new accounts. They make a new account, they boost it up to Radiant, and then they sell them to the crypto throwers for like $1,000. And the crypto throwers make that money back easy because they're betting on them losing their games. It's an absolute mess, but there's a whole ecosystem and business model being built around this right now. And that's the thing, when one account gets banned, bang, get another one going. We saw the other day this guy was joking that he made 20 grand in a day. day, which, I mean, I guess that's technically possible if you put a massive bet on. If you put a 10 grand bet on and managed to lose the game successfully, then I guess you could have made that money back. I don't know. Like, but still, it's a bit of a sketchy one for sure if it does happen to go wrong as it did in that case. So is there any realistic solution to this? It's tough to ban these guys. If you do ban them, then they just come back again. I guess the issue fundamentally is these websites that are allowing people to put bets on these games, because if they weren't, then it probably would be fine. But because they are, then all of a sudden these issues are going to arise, because it's in people's best interest, I suppose, to try and figure this out. And in fairness, if you're a ranked kid, if you're a Radiant ranked kid that plays 10 hours a day, and you've got the opportunity to make like $700 a day or something by crypto throwing, then, you know, I can't exactly blame you from trying to give it a go. But it's screwing over the scene right now. The pros are trying to figure out a way around it, but it might not actually work out in their favour. So very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comments below. Just a couple of nice Will-Minder stats here to close out with. This is agent pick rate during Radiant during patch release, which is quite interesting actually, just to see when these agents were released, how popular were they in Radiant. Astra, when she was released, only 3%. Obviously KO not particularly high. Fade as well. Harbour the lowest by far. Neon was the most exciting though, 13% pick rate, which I think is understandable because obviously when she came in, she had the crazy movement, the finger blaster thing. It's kind of funny really. And then Chamber was also pretty high as well for good reason. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.